Hi, this will be a quick video showing how to import a DXF file and check it before you nest it. I had a prospective customer send me a file that he's playing with the software ahead of time because you can download a trial version of VCarvePRO and work with it. So he's created a DXF or imported a DXF, but he couldn't get it to nest. So here's what he sent. So we go, this is a 4x8 sheet. I think he's cutting these out of 1/4 inch material. These are dividers. I'm going to keep it real generic and not give away his product mix. So I'm going to set it at 1/4 inch by 4x8 sheet. So we're going to open up his file that I just downloaded and saved here. It's a model number, but it's not going to make sense to anybody. And there it is. So what I usually do is I move it off of the part. I move the part off of the sheet. And then what happened was, when we zoom in, when he selected it and went to nest it, it wouldn't do it. So I don't care about the gaps or anything here. I just want to see what the issue was. So I'm going to make 20 copies of it and apply it. And it didn't put a number here. So it didn't do the nesting. And if I go to preview, of course, there is no suitable parts for nesting. So I'm going to cancel out of the nesting features and see what happens. So I just went to it and selected, and you see all these are individual vectors, these arcs and straight lines, but they're not all connected. So it's not a joined contiguous vector. So I'm going to grab it and tell it to join it. And right now it's 5 different vectors. After I use the joining command, it'll be 1. So I'll join it. And now when I touch it, it is just one continuous piece. And that's what we want. So now if I go to the nesting, I'll go to nesting. Again, I don't care about getting the best fit yet. I want to see if it's going to work. 20 or whatever, and apply. And now it throws a number in there. So we know we're good. If I slide down a little bit, I can tell it to preview it, and it's got them all stacked up. And that's the best nesting I could get. That's using the shape and coming inside of it to rotate the parts in. So with 20, that's putting 1 on the second sheet. So let's just do 19. And then we'll change the nesting parameters just to kind of go through them quickly and show how these different commands up top by having this rotation part turned on will help. So I'm going to undo or just cancel, and then it's not nested. And then in this case, I'll do the nesting. I'll tell it 19 parts, and I know that'll fit on 1 sheet, and apply and preview, and we're good. Okay, so let's turn off I'm going to cancel and back out, and we're going to do the same thing, but I'm going to turn off some of these rotational commands, tell it that it can't rotate, and see what it does. And I'm still going to do 19 parts and apply. It shows it, and then I preview, and then we're back on 2 sheets because because the width of these parts, it can't stack another one up here. But if I rotate them 180 degrees or 90 degrees, then it would rotate 90 and then 90 again, and it'll put it in, the legs inside of here. So that's a great command, very simple to kick off and on. I come back out and go back into the nesting, and there we are again. I don't care about the spacing. I've got it cutting with a 1/4 inch tool because it's 1/4 inch material, I believe. He may use an 1/8 inch tool, I'm not sure. The clearance between parts is 1 inch. Again, he can set this based on how tight you want the fits. The border gap, I'm leaving 1.5 inches here, so I can throw this panel down, use an indexing jig, and screw it right into the indexing jig video base plate that I have. And there we go. So I'm just going to tell it to go, and I'm going to apply those 19. There they are. And I've got a nice clean sheet with 19 of them on there. You'll see that I spliced this video a couple times. I had couple incoming emails and the pop-up boxes that I don't need you guys to see. So that is how you nest. But if something's not working right, always break it down to the basic elements. See if it's if it's a part that has just 1 vector. And that's what we have now. So I could go back in and I could save the DXF file, save it as a DXF, or just bring it in once and do it this way. And then that is my part that I'm going to use. And I can label it whatever the part name was for nesting, or in VCarve, name it that part nested. And then I can just use that multiple times whenever I need to cut these dividers. So if you have any questions, feel free to call me at 205-871-6618. That's Eric Schiller with Yeti Tool Southeast. I introduced the Yeti SmartBench to the North American market in May of 2019, and it's been great. Thank you so much.